お見事!
Hello everybody, welcome back to our playthrough of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And today we have finally reached endgame. We are going to finish our game today, so I hope you're excited. I'm very excited. It's been a long, fun playthrough. Now we're going to do a lot of fun things today. So we're going to have a fun boss run. We're going to go through 3 bosses. Oh, that's good. The Yasutsuna, I had that last time. I didn't demonstrate it, so I should have 2 of them. There we go. Yasutsuna, it's fairly strong, but it's only this part. It doesn't actually have the sword part, but this is still pretty good. Okay, so our mission is to go to Orlox's chamber. No, we don't want that. So we're gonna go to 3 places and take on 3 bosses. God dang, that guy hits like a ton of bricks. I'll just use this for a little while. Ooh, I'm guarded by evil damage. I forgot about that. One of the benefits of the dark armor. And I noticed when I was taking on the fake Sypha, fake Trevor, fake Grant, that yeah, they were trying to hit me, they couldn't hit me. I guess that was because they were dealing evil damage. Let me go in here and open up the portal, and then we're going to come back. Actually, what am I doing? We're going to come here later anyway. Let's go down to Orlox. And get some unnecessary potions, unnecessary mana prisms. Oh! So now we're here, we see why there's spikes. These guys are kind of hard to hit. Let's take off our dark armor, because you know my obsessive tendency, where I absolutely have to destroy the spikes. And let's get our offensive dark shield. And let's take care of all the spikes. They're so cute when they jump. I don't know, there's something really funny about the way they jump. It just cracks me up. And aquamarine. Totally unnecessary. I think we're going to see some, Karasman, who used to be a boss. And I think that he's got something of an interesting drop, but I'm not really going to farm for it. As I said last episode, our farming days are over. Yeah, I think he's got something better than Resist Dark, but if he doesn't drop it, we're not going to farm for it. Let's go in to face our boss over here, where Orlox used to be. Now we get a shuriken. Okay. And what are we going to take on? Why, it is a mummy. This mummy is extremely easy. Another guy I almost feel bad for beating, because that's really all he's got. A slow chase, a punch. Yeah. Sorry, dude. They didn't build you with any better offense. I assure you the bosses will get better from here on out. I like how he does that, though. The way he kind of dissipates is pretty neat. But yeah. He gives us the Rib of Vlad. And what special power does that give us? Why am I looking in here? Relics. The Rib, Constitution plus 10. Okay. Not a totally useless thing, but not especially great. And is he guarding any great treasure for us? Well, if your idea of great is heart max up, the answer is yes. Okay. And I noticed, yeah, now I've got 3 bats. And if I shoot, they all shoot. Okay, we should have this place all completed. Yes. Let's go complete the next place really fast. Whee! Ooh. Not a bad little trick, Karasuman. Oh, we got Medusa heads here. Is this sword the best, I wonder? I don't know if it's the best, but I certainly like it. Ah, and we finally get our Alucard mail. So you know what? Let us deck ourselves out with all of our good Alucard stuff. This resists fire, lightning, ice. This is what our loadout looked like at the beginning of the game, with the exception of the Rings of Varda, which we had the, I believe it was the Necklace of J, right? Yeah, I don't think we got that yet, but we'll probably get it on our journeys. Let's just keep this loadout for now, unless we want to switch over to our ultra powerful, ultra buff Crisegrim. But for now, we'll just keep it like this. And that's pretty cool. If you do your little space jump, you go through the enemies, so it's makes it a little bit easier. Oh, don't stone me. That's not what I'm trying to do. Did we get everything? Oh, a couple of little squares. Bear with me. There we go. And just to the side, we'll get this map completed. We'll get out of here. Okay. Let's go to where we got the sword card from in the original castle. Let's see if there's something interesting waiting for us. And you know what? I've been using this bat familiar for a long time, so how about we switch him out? So yeah, I believe your fairies, as I said, do level up, and so they'll get different bonuses, different benefits. We've been doing mostly the bat and the fairy. Let's check them out. Yeah, so even our sword, one of the ones that I really like, we haven't really been upgrading him so much, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's play our sword card. The hell? Yeah, he's very useful here. These guys are surprisingly tough and surprisingly hard to hit. Hey, Cthulhu. See you later, Cthulhu. Yeah, if I had a two-handed sword, if I was using that big katana, I could take care of it much easier, but nah. We'll just do it like this. Drop the pentagram, which we've seen before. What is down here where the sword used to be? Oh, just a heart refresh. Nothing so special. Continue on our way. And as soon as... oh, we've already got the map completed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to where I was going to go into the teleporter. And we're going to use that to go to the final place. But I'll spare you the return trip. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, here we are back. Let's take this and warp ourselves to... give me a minute. Okay, we're going to warp ourselves to, I believe, the Snakehead. Horsehead. Snakehead. Yep, this is where we're going. And this is another really cool place, the way it's decked out now. But I think we're going to need something a bit stronger than our Alucard sword. Let's go ahead and use... I'm going to get myself loaded out with our duplicator set, which includes the power of Sire, because we haven't used it for a long time. And we'll turn this game from a typical action game to a shooter. Okay, and let's progress. More shiitake. Let's see, I think on our right side there's nothing, so let's get it first. Now when I say nothing, I mean only one place to go. Progress is over here on the left. Yeah, and you might notice we do have about 600 max life. And as you can see, I've only got about half that right now. Like literally half our max life. And the reason is, well, maybe I'll show you at the end of the video why I really hate spikes. That was the first time, I think, in the whole game I used that move. As much as I love this game, I think that's one thing I would do to improve it. This button, this little shuffling button, I guess it moves you a little bit faster than your normal walk, but moving around like that's kind of weird, right? I think if they would have made that button something more like cat damage. If they would have made that button something like you know, an automatic potion button or something like that, I think that would have been a good idea. This little shuffle doesn't do a whole lot for me. This is a dominating loadout. And let's go towards the spike breaker place first. Okay. Since we're heading there, let's put on our spike breaker. The hell did she say? Damn! How long does this spell last? Oh no, Miss White Witch. You're gonna die for that. My frozen half, whatever you want to call yourself. We can keep the sticky. I don't mind that. God dang, that was a dominating spell, wasn't it? Okay, let's get every single one of these guys. No mercy. No mercy whatsoever. Okay. I know you might be saying to yourself, this is pretty unnecessary. Trust me, it's quite necessary. And these little ladies that I'm taking out, these little cat damage ladies, they're extremely annoying. I'm making short work of them because I know how to fight them. But if not, if you just have like a normal sword, oh man, I gotta be careful. I'm just kind of goofing around. This is what happens when you play luck mode and you take off the Ring of Varda. You become a normal human. You know what? Let's do this. Let's make use of our Morn Blade so we can heal ourselves as we go along. And the Alucard shield is going to help us out. And Ring of Varda, need defense. That was weird. Yeah, she keeps shooting cats at me. Yeah, you see what I mean? She is quite a pain if you don't know how to fight her with the, because she's so hard to hit. Yeah, she is quite annoying. The best way to take her out, in my experience, is definitely, you know, Neutron Bomb, something like that, because she can be extremely annoying, as I've just demonstrated. Karma coins. Resistances. Red bean bun. There we go. You see, we can heal ourselves and move on through. And I don't even have to waste any of that food that I'm never going to use. Although if I do want to put on the duplicator, there is one kind of fun thing that we can do with it. You know, sometimes I believe that Alucard gets kind of depressed. And you know how it is. We all get depressed sometimes, so sometimes you're like, you know what? Okay, girlfriend, let's just, let's talk. You feeling good? Come on, have a little ice cream. Let's sit down and talk about it. He was so mean to you. How could he have done that to you? It's okay, you'll find somebody better. How about a fire boomerang? As I said, it arcs, so it's kind of... I don't know, it may or may not do the job, but it goes out straight at first, so it could possibly do it. Oh, there we go. It's not a bad little weapon. And you know what? Arcing up a little bit is kind of useful for getting... Excuse me, for getting these candles. And let's deal with cat damage lady. Very, very useful for her. Excellent. Oh, come here, Miss Cat Damage. Can't get away that easy. Yeah, that shield is especially annoying. Before she gets too buff, let's take out this frozen half lady. That was weird. That cat was like stuck on the edge for a little bit. Okay, we're pushing through. We are slowly but steadily getting closer to number 1, the super boss that I've been alluding to, and number 2, the final boss of the game. And you know what? There could be some farms down here. I haven't really researched carefully. But you know what? I think that one of the fun things about this game as we've gone through it, I've learned plenty of things. Frozen Half, you must die. I've learned plenty of things just on this playthrough, even though I've gone through the game several times. You know, I like the idea of still leaving things. I like the idea of leaving things that I haven't uncovered for a future playthrough, you know? That idea appeals to me. So what is here? Potions. Last time we were in this vicinity we got a couple of swords. What will the game give us now? The Necklace of J, just as we talked about. But it is nothing on par. Yeah, defense +5. It is nothing on par with the Ring of Arda. So we'll just keep things as they are. So as I move on to our encounter with our super boss, be thinking of different strategies I could use. I'm going to show you that even with our buff, overpowered sword, it is not a cakewalk. He's pretty hard. I'm sure we can get him no problem, but yeah, he's harder than you might imagine. So it is very good that there is a save point right there. Diamonds. Alright, and he is over here where the Grand Falloon used to be. So, let's go ahead and take him out. Okay. Okay, so I gotta admit, maybe it's not the most intelligent idea to go in here without a lot of defense. But we're gonna see what we can do. So, first of all, this dude keeps you quite busy. He's always got something going on. Just touching him hurts you 25. Now, if you notice, the damage I'm doing is pretty solid, and pretty much any boss we would have fought up to this point would have dropped. Not so for this guy. He's getting some pretty solid damage on me with everything he's got. And I gotta watch my magic. There's basically no place you can just kind of sit and rest with this guy. He kind of kicks out his foot very far. There's no place to rest. Even if you get up here, it's not really easy to hit him. Especially with this stinking thing. So you know what? Let's try and make the fight a little bit easier for ourselves. Let's actually get some defense. Let's see, he's using lightning, and the Alucard shield blocks everything. The Unholy Dark Shield. Let's just give that a shot. And I'm curious as to if he likes fire damage, so let's try that out. Well, that's a lot better. It's much better knowing he's only going to damage me one. And again, I've done a lot of damage to this guy. He is not dropping. This is a little hidey hole you can get into between his legs, but it is not that safe because he always kicks you. You want to watch out for that because it's still got fairly solid damage. Yeah, your best friend in this fight is the form of mist because that'll get you out of a lot of danger. You could kind of keep him stun locked. And finally, he drops. That is our super boss. So as I said, that was the hardest one in the game. Our last boss, he's not a pushover, I'd say, but that one was definitely harder. So what was he guarding back here? First of all, our standard life up. Our standard heart max up. And he is guarding our last relic, which is pretty interesting. Actually, I like it. I like Ruby Circlet. I like what it can do. We obtained the gas cloud, so what it does is it takes our form of mist, which was very useful in that fight, and now we're a yellow choking gas cloud, so the point is we can actually stay in this form and we can inflict damage. Which I like, but I think that would have come in more useful for the fight instead of getting it after the fight. And then now, the point we are at the game is essentially end game, so there's almost no place to use it, you know, so much. Look around the castle and you can see we've got pretty much everything uncovered except for the last boss, and that is in the very center. And I'm not going to make you watch me hike back, so I'm going to cut right now. I'm going to take us to the center and we're going to finish the game. I'll see you in just a moment. Okay, everybody. Ouch. You got me and I got him. Okay, everybody. We are getting inching closer. And we can see what our nice new gas cloud does. We do not have to take any guff from these jack-o'-bones. And okay. And as I said before, this is a great place if you want to stock up before going into the center. Oh. He gave a sword. He gave the great sword. Something I, again, didn't know about. Great sword of Aubeck. Two-handed sword. Let's check it out. Probably has the same. Nothing's coming out. You know what? Let's just keep it. And now that we've got all the pieces of Vlad, you don't need to put on the gold and silver ring, you just need to come into this room. And our 13 chimes signal that it is time to get going. We got our heart refresh. Let's get our life. I wish I had a better sub-weapon, but we'll just leave it at this, because I know for a fact the clock is not going to do shit. But that's fine. There'll be many, many ways that we could fight our last boss. And if we want to get everything on the map, we have to kind of go around annoyingly. I'm pretty sure you remember what this place looks like. Is this side clear? It certainly is. Let's go back around the other side. So our story so far, Richter went crazy, and the reason he went crazy was because he was being controlled by the Dark Priest Shaft, who I wouldn't be surprised to see in this last little area. Off we go. Let me just collect my thoughts and
You have done well in making it this far. I would expect no less from the son of our master.
So you are the one who was controlling Belmont?
Yes. I am the dark priest called Shaft. This world must be cleansed in the forge of chaos.
Why did you make Belmont lord of this castle?
For centuries, vampire hunters have defeated evil with holy power. But if two vampire hunters were to fight each other...
But Belmont's power is supreme among vampire hunters. None other could defeat him.
Exactly. That's why I removed him as a threat, by making him into lord of this castle.
But your plan has failed.
Has it indeed? We'll see what happens after I destroy your weak human side.
Alright. You know that Dracula is one bad mother... Shut your mouth! I'm just talking about Dracula. And I can dig it. Fans of shooting games, here is Shaft. Oh! I did not mean to trigger my coin, or my clock.
No!
You claim to love the darkness. Go then and dwell there for all eternity.
Damn right.
But my goal is achieved. Count Dracula has come to purify this corrupt world with the searing flames of chaos.
I loved the scrolling on that last thing from Shaft. I love the animation on that thing. Really, really awesome. But let's hear the scene.
Father.
Well met, my son. It's been a long time.
I was hoping we would not see each other again. I can't allow you to leave here, Father.
You have ever been the ally of humans. Have you forgotten what they did to your mother?
Think you I would forget such a thing? No, but neither do I seek revenge against them.
Still uttering the same nonsense. No matter. Now is the time to put aside your weak human side and join me in remaking this world.
Dracula, in the name of my mother, I will defeat you again.
So we're gonna do this in the name of our mother. Wow. Let me put it on pause for a minute. We have to tribute our mother. We are not gonna cheese this and use our overpowered stuff. We are gonna use our Alucard stuff. Should we use the Necklace of J? Make it a more fair fight? Let's go ahead and do that. Alright. Yeah, look at our sword's doing a lot of damage here. In fact, he's doing too much. Let's play the fairy card, my favorite familiar. Ooh. I love that sound effect. One more tribute to John DiMaggio. One of his favorite lines that he said on Futurama. There's only 3 real monsters, kid. Dracula, Blackula, and Son of Kong. Aw, man. Let me breathe, Dracula. Oh! You smushed the succubus. Will you stop pinning me in the corner? Take that. No way that's gonna work. Let's use our special move. Get him with the special. That's actually pretty effective, actually. That's actually effective, actually. Gotcha!
came. Trouble the soul of my mother no more.
Mother.
How? How is it that I've been so defeated?
You have been doomed ever since you lost the ability to love.
Sarcasm. For what profit is it to a man if he gains the world and loses his own soul? Matthew 16:26, I believe. Tell me, what were Lisa's last words?
She said, do not hate humans. If you cannot live with them, then at least do them no harm. For theirs is already a hard lot. She also said to tell you that she would love you for all of eternity.
Lisa, forgive me. Farewell, my son.
That was beautiful. And now Castlevania really does come to an end. For the time being. Yeah, you know, harp on it as they will. There was bad voice acting along the way, but actually I do like the writing. And I don't know about you out there, but that quote from the Bible, I don't consider myself a terribly religious man, but that's one of the quotes from the Bible that really sticks with me. It's very, very impactful. So there was good writing, even if the voice acting wasn't terribly the best. But let's check out a better ending than our first one.
So you made it.
Alucard, I'm glad you're all right.
I'm sorry. 'Tis my fault you had to fight your own father.
Fear not. I had my own reasons for destroying him.
It must have been painful for you.
Indeed. But you must always remember that the only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing.
I understand.
Alucard, what will you do now?
The blood that flows in my veins is cursed. 'Twould be best for this world if I were to disappear forever.
I see.
Farewell then. We'll not meet again.
Alucard,
Don't you want to go after him, Maria?
I'm sorry. I can't let him disappear from my life.
It's all right. Go after him. Perhaps you can save his haunted soul.
Thank you, Richter. Fare thee well.
And yourself, dear lady.
So, a little bitter to the sweetness. And there you have it, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. One of my favorites, one of the best games ever made. If I could talk to this game like it's a person, I would say, you know, I came into the game late. I didn't buy you, didn't know you when you first came out. But when I found you later, I found you were like an old friend. The places to explore, the many interesting things to do. This game, you have it all. And it's been a pleasure and an honor to run through all of your corridors, and I'll happily do it over and over again because that's how fun you are. For you watching, I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope you'll continue to follow me, and I hope you'll continue to follow some of the games that I would like to share with you the further on we go. So, that is game. Once again, this has been Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Mite kurete tomo arigatou gozaimashita. Sayonara.